रब जलील के बाबरकत नाम से जो हम सब के दिलों के हाल जो है बाखूबी जानता है। आज का खुसूसी लेक्चर शुरू करने से पहले इस प्रोग्राम की इब्तदा जो है वो तिलावत कुरान पाक से करते हैं। तो तिलावत कुरान पाक के लिए मैं मैडम रुखसाना एडवोकेट को दावत देती हूँ कि वो इधर डाइस पे आएँ और तिलावत कुरान पाक करें।
औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। कुल हुवल्लाहु अहद, अल्लाहुस समद, लम यलिद वलम यूलद वलम यकुल लहु कुफुवन अहद।
जज़ाकिल्लाह, माशाअल्लाह। बेशक अल्लाह ताला वाहिद है, उसके सिवा कोई भी इबादत के लायक नहीं है। वही ज़ात अव्वल है, वही ज़ात आखिर है। अब मैं नाते रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के लिए दावत देती हूँ पीर नासिर कादरी साहब एडवोकेट हाई कोर्ट को कि वो आएँ और हमें शरफ।
सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि या रसूल अल्लाह वसल्लम अलैका या हबीब अल्लाह। हुजूर आप सरतबा ना पा सका कोई, हुजूर आप सरतबा ना पा सका कोई। नबी तो हैं नहीं महबूब आप सा कोई। नबी तो हैं नहीं महबूब आप सा कोई। और हुरूफ जिज़ का इक़रार करने लगे ते हैं। हुरूफ जिज़ का इक़रार करने लगे ते हैं। लिखेगा ना तेरे रसूले अनाम क्या कोई। हुजूर आप सरतबा ना पा सका कोई। वो अपनी ज़ात पाक में सिफ़ात में यकता, वो ज़ात पाक है अपनी सिफ़ात में यकता। ना उनसा अब कोई होगा ना है ना था, कोई ना सब कोई होगा ना है ना था कोई। ये कह के रुक गए सिदेरा पे जिब्राइल ले अमी कि नहीं उरो जे मोहम्मद की इंतहा, कोई हुजूर पे सरुतबा ना पा सका कोई।
जज़ाकल्लाह, सुबहान अल्लाह, माशाल्लाह। आपकी आवाज़ ने एक समा सा बना दिया था और हमें ऐसे महसूस हो रहा था कि वाकई हम उस महफ़िल में हैं, हम लेक्चर वाली महफ़िल में नहीं हैं। अगले मेहमान को बुलाने से पहले मैं कुछ अशार कल वैसे तो कोई भी दिन माँ बाप के लिए और उस्ताद के लिए स्पेसिफ़िक नहीं होता, लेकिन आजकल के मॉडर्न दौर में कुछ दिन इन्होंने कुछ डेट उन्होंने स्पेसिफ़िकली वो फ़िक्स कर दिया कि जी 5 अक्टूबर उस्ताद का दिन है, कोई मदर डे है, कोई फादर डे है। तो मेरे ख़्याल में ये जो हमारे पेरेंट्स हैं या उस्ताद हैं वो इक्वल हैं और इनके लिए कोई एक दिन नहीं होता, ये हर दिन है। और उस्ताद की इज़्ज़त जितनी पहले होती थी उतनी अब भी है और होगी भी, लेकिन कुछ कमी आती जा रही है। वो इसलिए कि हम जिस स्पीड से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं अपने कामों में, अपनी लाइफ में, हम वो मोरालिटी के कुछ ऐसे पहलू हैं जो बिल्कुल स्किप करते जा रहे हैं। पहले हम जब पढ़ते थे स्कूलों में हमें साथ मॉरल लेक्चर दिया जाता था, बड़े की इज़्ज़त कैसे करनी है, बड़े के साथ बात कैसे करनी है, वो चीज़ें अब कम होती जा रही हैं। तो अभी कल उस्ताद डे गुज़रा है, बहुत से लोगों ने सिर्फ मेल उस्तादों को ही वार्मली वेलकम किया, विश किया। तो मैं भी एक टीचर भी रही हूँ, तो मुझे बड़ा फ़ील हुआ, तो मैंने फ़ेसबुक पे उस पर किया। लेकिन मैं यहाँ भी अब बताने लगी हूँ कि उस्ताद उस्ताद होता है, वो मेल भी होता है, फ़ीमेल भी होता है। तो रिस्पेक्ट सबकी होती है और अल्लाह ताला हम सबको इस पर अमल करने की भी तौफ़ीक अता करे। तो चंद अशार उस्ताद की नज़र करती हूँ क्योंकि ये हमारे उस्ताद ही हैं, सीनियर हैं और हमारे लिए काबिल इज़्ज़त है। उस्ताद हूँ मुझे इस पर मलाल, उस्ताद हूँ मुझे इस पर मलाल थोड़ी है, मुल्क का मुस्तकबिल संवारना आसान थोड़ी है। कि उस्ताद ने मुल्क का जो मुस्तकबिल संवारना है उसके लिए कोई आसानियाँ नहीं होती। टीचिंग करना कोई आसान काम नहीं है, बस उस्ताद ही फ़िक्रमंद रहता है सबके अरूज के लिए, यहाँ किसी को किसी का ख्याल थोड़ी है। उस्ताद को फ़िक्र होती है ये बच्चा पढ़ जाए, इंटेलिजेंट हो जाए, आगे चला जाए। यहाँ आपके पेरेंट्स को होती है, यहाँ आपके वेल विशर्स को होती है, उसके अलावा बहुत कम लोगों को होती है। खैर, ये चंद अशार थे जो उस्ताद के दिन के हवाले से मैंने अपने टीचर्स को डेडिकेट किए हैं। अब मैं ख़ुसूसी जो आज का लेक्चर है वो रेवेन्यू लॉ इन पाकिस्तान पे है, उसके लिए मैं जनाब इकबाल अहमद ख़ान देंगल साहब को, एडवोकेट सुप्रीम कोर्ट है, उसके अलावा माशाल्लाह उनके पास काफ़ी उनके जो डेजिग्नेशंस हैं जो मैं शायद इतने वो बयान भी नहीं कर सकूंगी। वो मेंबर पंजाब बार कौंसिल 2005 से 9 तक रह चुके हैं, बहुत कॉम्पिटेंट हैं, बहुत नाइस हैं, बहुत नॉलेज वाले हैं। ये चीज़ें सारी आपको उनके लेक्चर में ही इंशाल्लाह नज़र आएंगी और मैं चाहती हूँ जो हमारी आने वाली जनरेशन है वो भी ऐसे ही उस्ताज़ा को फॉलो करें। तो इसके बाद क्वेश्चन आंसर का भी सेशन होगा, तो मैं उनको दावत देती हूँ जनाब इकबाल अहमद साहब को कि वो स्टेज पे है।
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। जनाब समीना साहिबा बहुत शुक्रिया, अतीक साहब जनाब आपका शुक्रिया, आपने मुझे दावत दी। मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि मेरी आवाज़ आप दोस्तों तक चली जाए, तो बस योर काइंड अटेंशन इज़ रिक्वायर्ड। मेरे लिए बड़े एजाज़ की बात है कि मुझे आज यहाँ मौका दिया है। देखिए, सारे अफराद लॉ ग्रेजुएट हैं और सब ने लैंड रेवेन्यू एक्ट पढ़ा हुआ है। अब देखना यह है कि प्रैक्टिस में आम तौर पर कौन कौन सी चीज़ें सामने आती हैं और उसको कैसे हैंडल किया जाए। दरअसल एक सोच पाई जाती है कि हाँ, हमारा फील्ड है, एक सिविल है, हम डेली आते हैं, सूट फाइल कर देते हैं, उसमें फ़लाँ है, स्टे हो जाना है और उसके बाद जो है ना मामला जैसे चलने, हमें अंदाज़ा होता है, चीज़ों का कंसेप्ट होता है और वो कंसेप्ट हमारा क्लियर होता है, लिहाजा हमें आसान लगता है वो काम। अब मैं ये समझता हूँ कि जो सबसे आसान काम है वो रेवेन्यू का है, मैं करता हूँ उसे, लिहाजा मुझे अंदाज़ा है। एक और भी बड़ी अहम बात है, देखिए सिविल में जितने मैटर्स हैं उसमें मेजॉरिटी मैटर्स की जो है वो प्रॉपर्टी मैटर है, लैंड मैटर्स हैं, इवन प्रॉपर्टी मैटर, इवन अर्बन प्रॉपर्टीज़ भी है, तो इवन देन देयर इज़ सम खसरा नंबर बिहाइंड द प्रॉपर्टी नंबर, देयर इज़ सम खेवट नंबर और खतौनी नंबर बिहाइंड द प्रॉपर्टी नंबर, देयर इज़ सम खसरा नंबर बिहाइंड द इवन प्लाट नंबर। अब जब आपको ये अंदाज़ा हो जाएगा कि कौन सी चीज़ क्या है, तो फिर उससे थोड़ा सा आदमी का कंसेप्ट क्लियर हो जाता है। अब मेरा ख्याल ये है कि पहले तो मैं आपको ये बताऊं कि व्हाट इज़ अ खेवट नंबर एंड खतौनी नंबर एंड देयर आफ्टर व्हाट इज़ अ खसरा नंबर। मैं समझता हूँ आपने पढ़ा हुआ है, बहुत ज़्यादा इन मोर डिटेल इज़ नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, बट इवन देन सम कंसेप्ट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड टू बी क्लैरिफाइड। खतौनी नंबर इज़ ए ऑनर नंबर, Khatoni number is a Malak number. The Malak may be a one, the owner may be a one, or the group of the owners, meaning thereby the Khewat number is a owner number of the Jamabandi. Registered record of rights. You can say there is a periodical record or permanent record of rights, that is called the Misalakiyat. Khewat number means Malik number हो गया. Now there is a Khatoni number. What is a Khatoni number? खतौनी नंबर इज़ ए टेनेंट नंबर। क्या नंबर? मज़ारा नंबर। दिस हैज़ नो कंसर्न विद द ओनरशिप कॉलम, दिस इज रिलेटेड विद द कल्टीवेशन कॉलम, दैट कॉलम इज ए कॉलम नंबर 4 एंड ओनरशिप कॉलम ऑफ द जौमदी इज ए कॉलम नंबर 3 दैट रिलेट्स विद द कॉलम नंबर 1, द कॉलम नंबर 2 रिलेट्स विद कॉलम नंबर 4, दैट इज ए खतौनी नंबर। व्हाट इज ए कॉलम नंबर 4? The column number 4 is the who is occupant, who is in possession, but in which capacity, that is a separate issue. He may be a tenant, he may be a co-sharer, he may be an illegal occupant. There are different capacities, but the name of the person who is in physical possession, that is mentioned in column number 4. I think these two things have been clarified now. The Khewat number and the Khatoni number are changeable. When these are changed, when the new periodical record will be prepared, then the Khatoni number and Khewat number will be automatically changed. Why they will change? There is a simple reason. In the last 4 years, some landowners have alienated some portion of the land, and the new landowner has become owner in the new Khewat. If he has purchased the specific khasra number and the specific land, then separate Khewat is required to be made in the new Jamabandis. Therefore, the Khewat number will be automatically changed. Khatoni number, the tenants always increase in the last 4 years. And the tenant will also increase when the owner has been increased, then the tenant automatically will increase. And a landowner may have several tenants, Therefore, the tenant number is going on more and more, but the Khewat number will be limited. Meaning thereby in a Jawbandi there may be the Khewat number 200, but tenant number, Khatoni number may be a 400. This is the thing. Another thing now. What is a Khasra number? Khasra number is a portion of the revenue state. Portion of revenue state. It may be a rectangle, triangle, or it may be a 8 canals, 3 canals, 4 canals, even of the 15 canals. But where the land is situated in the colony area, there always the land of Khasra number is 8 canal, 8 canal 18 marlas, 9 canal 13 marlas, 10 canal 15 marlas. There are different measurements as per the karam which was applicable in the earlier times. In some villages there is a karam of the 5 feet, and in some villages there is a karam of the 5.5 feet. That's why there are some difference. But I think the Killa Aam Taur par that is a 8 canal. But there are also square number. I will go to the square number, but Khasra number is a further needs to be clarified before this August gathering. Khasra number may be a 15 canal, 16 canal. At this may be a triangle. Why? There are some villages where the straight lines have not been drawn up till now. Those villages called they are as per pre-partition. There is no consolidation process has been conducted. There is no settlement process has not been conducted. Now the question whether the Khasra number is changed. Yes, the Khasra number also changed. When it will change? There are two things. Number one, during settlement operation. During the settlement operation. Settlement operation means bandobas. Bandobas, what is a bandobas? The bandobas is called that the old Khasra numbers which are in triangle and 5 angles and rectangle types, those Khasra numbers are to be brought in squares, in regular Khasra numbers of 8 canal, and the creation of the different landowners should be on the different Khasra numbers, meaning thereby creation of the new landowners. The new landowners, why those new landowners are required to be created without having any sale deed or without having any mutation and without having purchased the land from any person? Even then, the persons who are joint holder in the different khata numbers and Khasra numbers are to be created in independent Khasra number and independent Khewat number. In new record, they will be with the independent Khasra number, their area will remain same. The area will not increase or decrease during the settlement operation. But they will be allotted independent Khasra number. That's why the settlement operation is required. Another thing, when the Khasra number will be changed, that is a consolidation operation. What is a consolidation? Consolidation is a purpose to consolidate the land. Why the consolidation is required? Sir, a landowner may have the land in there and also there and also there. But during consolidation, their land can be consolidated in one place. With where the major portion of the land is existing, their land can be consolidated at that place. सेक्रेटरी साहब पानी अगर आ जाए तो मैं पी लूँगा जी. Sir, during consolidation, the total land of the village firstly consolidated through intiqal ishtarak. That is called the intiqal ishtarak. Thereafter, the land will be distributed among the landowners. But before start of the consolidation, there a committee has been constituted which assess the price of the land which is situated on the road, that is may be called the first class category. The land which is situated with the village, that land may be called with the first class category, and the land which is situated far from the road, that may be called second class, third class and fourth class, Awwal, Dom, Som and Charam. And the committee also assess the price of the land, the 100%, 75%, 50% and the 25%. And if any person wants during consolidation that his land may be given to him at the road, then he may be given the land at road, but according to the assessment which already has been assessed by the Mashawarti committee. But I think this is sufficient to that extent. We are not going to the consolidation process, but for your concept, what is a clear to clear the concept that what is a consolidation, that's why I have. But we are on the point that during consolidation the khasra number are always changed. Now the question arises that how a person will locate the land, his land which was his pre-consolidation and which was his after consolidation. That can be located when the new document will be prepared according to the rights. The rights of the landowner will remain same as pre-consolidation. Now I think these points have been clarified, what is kevat number, khatoni number, khasra number. Now there is a process ke we are filing appeals against the mutations, we filing appeals, we filing applications for correction of revenue record, we filing application for the partition. There are 3 different categories of the litigation. Sir, I will go according to the respectively according to the sections. There is a section 14. Section 14 is a distribution of the business and transfer of the appeals and the revision from one court to other court. You can file an application under section 14 before any higher forum for change of the cases. I am not going to read out total Land Revenue Act, but I want to keep my focus on the important sections which are required in the practice. Thereafter, and this is a matter of partition. Matter of partition, there is a section 135 of the Land Revenue Act. Every person can file an application under section 135 of the Land Revenue Act for partition of the joint land. Sir, the landowner may be a owner in the different kevets or may be owner in only one kevet, but the application for the partition should be separately filed against each kevet. An application cannot be filed regarding whole kevets of the land. He has to implead the other co-sharers whose name are mentioned in the current Jamabandi, which is called Zerkar Jamabandi, current revenue record, current periodical record. You have to implead all the co-sharers as a respondent of one kevet. You have to mention the total area of kevet and you have to mention your share in the kevet. And you also have to mention there that I am in possession upon the specific khasra number so and so. Thank you. Sir, then notice will be issued that this application is applicable to be filed before the revenue officer. Revenue officer means the assistant collector of the second grade. meaning thereby Naib Tehsildar, not the Tehsildar, neither the AC are required. Only the Naib Tehsildar, he who is fully competent to entertain your application. मैं पानी पी लूँगा प्लीज. अच्छा सर. After entertaining the application of section 135, he has to issue the notice to the other co-sharers, and after presence he will sort the reply of the application. After seeking reply, there is one process that is the most important thing. Your kind attention is required. He is under obligation to pass an order under section 140. That is called the mode of partition. What is the mode of partition? He will mention that the land is of the several categories. He will mention that there are trees and who will be the owner in the future of the trees. There are passage, the source of irrigation and the access to the land. He mentioned of the several clauses in the mode of partition. In Urdu I want to say, दरख्त आइंदा किसकी मलकियत रहेंगे, रास्ता जात में आइंदा किसकी मलकियत होगा, ज़राए आबपाशी जो है वो किस तरह दिया जाएगा, रकबा की दर्जा बंदी अव्वल दोम सोम रखी जाएगी या तमाम एक कैटेगरी का रकबा है, रकबा की तकसीम दो तरह की जाएगी या एक तरह की जाएगी, मतलब अच्छा रकबा अलग अलग तकसीम किया जाएगा और सेकंड क्लास रकबा जो है अलग अलग तकसीम किया जाएगा. दिस इज़ कॉल्ड द मोड ऑफ पार्टीशन. After sanctioning the mode of partition, he is under obligation to pass a judicial order. And pass a judicial order. This judicial order is required to be challenged within 30 days. Under section 142 of the Land Revenue Act. If any person is not going to challenge this order, meaning thereby he has given consent on the mode of partition. Now the Naib Tehsildar is under obligation to frame the vandas. The district collector is competent to hear the appeal, not the AC. Only the district collector means DC. He will be the authorized to hear your appeal. If after 30 days you have not filed any appeal, then the mode of partition has attained finality. Now he has to direct the Kanugo, who will frame 3 maps, tables, Naksha Alif, Naksha Be और Naksha Jim. But initially he will submit Naksha Alif and Jim. What is the Naksha Alif and Jim? Alif and Be. Naksha Alif, who are the total owners and what is their share in the total kevets. Naksha Be, who are the owners and what is their share in the kevet and who are in possession of the land and who is in excess possession and who will withdraw the possession. These things will be mentioned in the Naksha Be. After submission of the 2 maps, Naksha Alif and Naksha Be, he will sort objections from the respondents who are present before him. After seeking the objection, he will finalize the proceeding and ask for submission of Naksha Jim. Then the Kanugo is under obligation to submit the Naksha Jim after correction and after seeking the objections from the Naksha Jim will be the part of final order. The Naksha Jim will be the part of the final order, but the total partition proceedings, who is the person and who is the owner of land and which khasra numbers are being allocated to the person, these are part and parcel of the final order. Naksha Jim is not a final order, but the final order will be the copy of the Naksha Jim. Thereafter, he will issue the instrument of partition. Instrument of partition is written on the stamp papers. We can say this is called the Sanad Sultani. This is, I think this is under section 145 of the Land Revenue Act. Sanad Sultani will be issued by the Naib Tehsildar. Thereafter, under section 146, the possession will be handed over. And now the partition proceedings have been ended. There are section 42. Section 42, this is a different subject. Now partition proceedings, the subject of the partition proceedings have been ended. Section 42 is regarding the sanction of the oral sale mutation. Oral sale mutation. This is not so oral, this is a written, but called oral sale mutation. Because there is not a stamp paper where the sale deed is being executed, these processes are not being adopted, even then this is written. How it is written? First of all, the person who is wanted to sell the land and who is purchaser, he will go before the Patwari and enter in Rapat Roznamcha, he submit his consent before the Patwari that he is selling the land against so and so, against so consideration. Then the Patwari is under obligation to enter in the Rapat Roznamcha as well as to enter in the mutation sheet. In both, he is under obligation, and he is the only person who is authorized to enter the mutation, not of the revenue officer. Firstly, he is under obligation to enter the mutation. Then the Kanugo will check it. The Kanugo will check the old entries, whether the entries which have been made by the Patwari in the first 6 columns, these entries are according to the current revenue record or not. That is called Padtal Kanugo. Then the mutation shall be produced before the revenue officer at his tour, according to his tour program, and he is under obligation to sanction the mutation at his tour program, not daily. Reasoning that this notice is required to the villagers meanwhile, that the so and so date the Naib Tehsildar is visiting the site, and the landowners always they are assembled, and he will hear the objections, and then he will also decide the other issues as well as the issue of the sanction of mutations. The revenue officer, otherwise the Patwari, Kanugo and revenue officers are responsible to see the other matters of the village. Maslan, सफाई, वबा, बीमारी, लड़ाई झगड़े, गंदगी, तमाम चीज़ों को देखने के ज़िम्मेदार रेवेन्यू ऑफिसर्स हैं, जो कि वो नहीं कर रहे, और वो तमाम को मेंटेन करते हैं, और दे आर आल्सो ऑथराइज्ड टू इम्पोज द फाइन. But in the Land Revenue Act, when in the I think earlier this Land Revenue Act was earlier Land Revenue Act was 1887. Earlier Land Revenue Act was 1887, and now this is 1967. But the fine, the amount of fine is ₹50, which has not been amended up till now. This is required for exercising of the powers. This is required to be amended. Sir, the section 42, any entries of the section 42 entries means the final order. Final order of the revenue officer is challengeable under section 161 of the Land Revenue Act through filing an appeal. Appeal before the collector. Collector means AC collector, not the district collector. Assistant Commissioner. Assistant Commissioner is a sub-divisional collector, and the appeal under section 161 is always competent before the Assistant Commissioner. the powers of the collector has been delegated to the sub-divisional collector. That's why he is competent. Sir, under section 161, he has to adopt the process to call for the parties, but under section 161 it has been provided that he is not competent to pass any order without providing the opportunity of hearing of the parties. This is very important, meaning thereby without hearing of the parties he is not authorized to pass any order. Sir, and other provision there, मेरा ख्याल है टाइम थोड़ा है, काम बात मेरी काफ़ी, वैसे तो 154 टाइम हो गया।